Hello, this is Warpath 1985 speaking today's video slash review. I should be discussing the Masters of the Universe Origins Deluxe Clan Champ. Now, Clan Champ and the majority of Wave 2 were quite interesting in the sense that they were quite obscure and kind of came out of nowhere, basically. Many of them hadn't gotten toys for years, basically, or more or less new toys. Some of them were quite obscure, and others were the usual, basically. One of them was, of course, obviously Clan Champ. Now, of course, the other thing I must mention that Clan Champ was part of a unique wave, which was original figure back in 1987, which mostly consisted of figures that reused parts, but had brand new heads or at least some new accessories. Clan Champ's case was basically a new head and a new weapon. Nothing really else, basically. He also came in the same wave, I believe. Correct me on this, I'm not really sure. With Skeletor, not Skeletor, but Scareglow, which I have reviewed previously on my channel. Quite old, I'm not really sure if but that still exists, I don't know, but whatever. Scareglow, who mainly also, same thing with him, he has a brand new head sculpt, a technically reused weapon, which is technically-ish reused from the Castle Grayskull weapon set, and had a new cloth cape. There's also Ninjor. Same thing with Scareglow, but had brand new weapons, basically. Another good example would be King Randor, will be showing up later in the comparison. Also, same thing, but had a new staff, I believe. A brand new cloth cape, obviously brand new head, but the rest of the body was reused from previous figures, obviously from Ninjor. And finally, there was Gwildor, Blast Attack, and Sorceress, who all were brand new molds. But ultimately, those kind of like four figures, which I don't own Ninja, in fact, still trying to look for that figure, or trying to get it per se. But those three figures, which I do own their modern versions of, were technically reused parts and bashes, etc., basically. Which is not particularly new when it comes to Master Universe figures. This has been like a thing for years now, and Origins is no exception. Especially during this time point where you had two different toy lines, which is Master Universe Origins and WWE, or technically WWE Masters of the Universe, or WWE the Universe, I believe, or actually no, sorry, it's Masters of the WWE Universe, which continued on until it was changed to WWE Superstars. Origins still continued on after that. Then we got the cartoon collection recently, and the Turtles of Grayskull series, alongside with that, with the Stranger Things series as well. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. This mold's been like reused a lot. Does this really mean that certain figures that do are suffering from slight mold degradation? But that said, they're still reasonably really good. Of course, early on the wave, and we'll mention this right now because it's quite important there on the video, some of the figures did have some QC issues which were patched later on. And yeah, that's pretty much it for SBZ per se. Other than that, this figure is also technically a weird mix of multiple different figures. All of these original figure from 1987, his 2000X figure, because he has the claw from that 2000X figure, the classics version, where he has all the different bits and pieces. You also had the very recent Masterverse version, which came out 2 years ago. And finally, which is the big reason why I'm even talking about this figure, is the new Turtles of Grayskull version of Clan Champ, which is I believe, a entirely brand new mold and figure. But with the exception of him also using the standard He-Man like hands and the deluxe figure's alternate head, which I'll be mentioning a little bit later. But first, I'm talking about the mini comic that was included with the Wave 2 Deluxes, which was the first wave to introduce the Deluxes and also generally have them. Because the Deluxes will reappear once every 2 waves basically. Majority of them are really good. Some of them are reuses and etc. etc. As you can see, there's Clan Chef, King Randor, and Queen Marina. Have He-Man, Man-at-Arms, and Tela. A couple of cartoon robots here and there. Have Ram-Man. A couple of Terran guards, past guards. If you consider them past guards, etc. You also have Battle Armor Skeletor, Battle Armor He-Man. Have Battle Cat, which we would actually get a version that's technically based off of this particular design, where Battle Cat, which they got almost He-Man, Battle Cat were included in the set, and they had this unique, best way to describe it, I forgot how to describe this. It is basically a metallic armored version of Battle Cat with a base where he's battle damage, etc. And had a chromed out version of Battle Armor He-Man with unique accessories. Almost uniquely colored accessories, that is. I do have it, it's just hard to reach. It's top of my shelf. But yeah. It's our no mini comic affair. The accessories that the figure does come with is obviously the clamp, which she is named after, which can activate it via this button, which clamps onto a figure, which is quite neat. You also have the claw, which was introduced with the 2000X version of the character, and will be reintroduced via the Classics version, and finally this version of Clan Champ, but sadly would not be carried over to the Masterverse version, which is unique to say the least. It has an alternate grabby hand, and an alternate smiling face or grinning face. Now this face is obviously going to be reused for the new Turtles of Grayskull figure, unlike the toy version, which is the default face when you get this figure. As you can see right here, which is obviously based on the toy, or original toy that is. Now for articulation's sake, the figure is pretty much virtually the same as every single Master Universe figure, because all of them share the same molds, bodies, etc. And also share the same articulation, except for certain figures that are more gimmick heavy than the others. Good example would be Man-Man compared to Neck and Neck. One has more articulation than the other, obviously, due to their gimmicks. So it has a ball joint, a swivel at the waist, has hinged elbows, hinged shoulders and elbows, sorry, hinged wrist swivel, can the left can kick that far, can kick back that far, has a very nice knee bend, a calf cut, angles move up and down, and have a very nice rocker. The problem with my figure is that obviously the ball joint is very loose, the knees are very loose as well, so are the calves and ankles. I'm not particularly sure this is due to mold degradation or just obvious QC issues. Sadly, I can't really do anything about that since I bought this figure second hand at PowerCon. He's figured with the alternate head and alternate hand, which is how I usually display my clan chip in my Eternal playset. so that he can hold both of his weapons. Sadly, the did I mention this? More this is kind of more a thing with the mini comics and the various comic books sources. For some reason, Revelations says Revolution had his can't be like attached via his hand, or like his hand slot into it, as you can tell from the mini comic here, which is, I believe, I'm trying to look for the panel. Here it is. And as you can see, center just slotted into the actual clamp, but not really holding onto it. This is just a mini comic slash revolution type of thing. Not really sure why they did that, because many other figures with similar gimmicks obviously have it very differently, where they actually do retain their normal kind of gimmick look, except for one character, which is Clawful, who lost his giant claw, which I'm mentioning right now since Clawful is the only other figure that technically has a pinching gimmick, like so. You might say that Trapjaw also has one because it's a claw, but he doesn't have particularly a pinching gimmick, which Clanchamp does. So does Clawful as well, as you see earlier, or as you've seen earlier. That is. For comparison's sake, I should compare him with his old 87 wavemate, King Randor, his retool partner from OG toy line, and retool partner from the modern toy line, and finally Scareglow, who, and just have him right there. Zoom out and move the camera like so. So yeah, here's all the characters here. As you can tell, both, oh, there he goes. I don't know, he was Scareglow was a tough time setting up. Maybe because he's struck in post. Or literally just took him off my Tyrion place because it's like on my desk, because yes, this is a new setup of mine, if you're curious. Besides that, as you can see, Clanchamp obviously is technically a pre-tool to Fisto, where he has the body armor that he technically in original Smiling to be used from Fisto, and also King Randor obviously is wavemate back in 87. But kind of since modern He-Man series Revelations of Revolution, were both Fisto and Clanchamp appeared in. Which was pretty cool because Fisto hadn't really appeared in any sort of media for the past like 20 years after that point. Clanchamp had appeared in any media up at that point, which is crazy to think about because Clanchamp was relatively pretty popular because he was the first African American figure to be produced in the original He-Man toy line. Because one of the African American figures in that particular type was from Sunman, which is why they were pretty popular, and etc. etc. Because Clanchamp was the first one. Because although yes, we did have like there was this Keklar and Prince Vontar, I think is his name, and the Barbarian guy. I forgot his name also. Probably put images of them there because I'm from various sources. We'll put up Keklar though here. Who are all like different like colored minorities or etc. whatever. Some of them are African, some of them were Ugandan, and some of them were Middle Eastern, to describe it. Some of them are Afro American, like Clanchamp, technically, because Clanchamp's a little weird because turning Villain itself is kind of really weird. Either kind of more European, but mainly it's kind of like American type of style accents, whatever. It's technically it's African American, but technically called like Etenian American, whatever. Returning black Etenian, whatever. I don't know. Turning shenanigans aside. Yeah, he's just pretty popular because of that, and he's popular in other ways. Like I personally really like him because I think he's like quite neat, which is why I really gravitate towards him. It's like Clanchamp, who's that? I never heard of the guy before. It looks pretty cool. Yeah. That's kind of the big reason why I even had him, because I think it looks cool. Besides that, The kind of like another thing I have a problem with Kevin Smith's shows. I have no clue why they killed off Clanship and Fisto in like the second season of Revelations. Like, it didn't really make any sense at all for you to kill off He-Man. Like, what? Why? How? But whatever. And then they kill off like Fisto and Clanship, which I was confused because both of them were need to appear in like some sort of visual media. Because so far they haven't appeared in Netflix series, and Netflix series is kind of up in the air, and nobody knows like what's gonna happen to it. It has like had a brand new season like 2 years, mind you, which sucks because that show is actually pretty good. It's significantly better than Kevin Smith's. And the second part is that it was Clanch's first appearance, and his first appearance in the second season, he died. Because we only ever saw him like in the background, foreground, like the first like episode. And then he's gone for the rest of the season, first season. He reappears in season 2, says a couple of things, and also Fisto, and then dies. And I originally thought, a couple of people thought, he might come back. He just might. Especially since Orko apparently survived his event with Scareglow. In the first season, and the second season was confirmed that yes, he was okay and he was alive. He came back to life with her. And it was real in like Revolution that no, Fisto and Clanship did die, and that they're permanently dead and they can come back. So yeah, that kind of like really frustrated me a little bit. King Winter's death. King Winter's death was kind of left field. Besides that, it is cool for us to have now an Origins like scale to have like the 3 main kind of like Eternian like characters, Eternian Palace kind of characters associated with Eternian Palace, technically in lore, because Clanship and Fisto obviously are heroic knights of the Eternian Palace and Eternian Kingdom, whatever. And obviously you have King Randor, who's the king of the Eternian Palace and general Eternia, which is super cool. They have like these 3 figures in Origin scale and on Origins storyline. It would be cool if we get like more characters and figures such as that. But us having like the 2 kind of main knights, Fisto the Jungle Knight and Clanship the technically Caravan Knight. Especially like Tela, Beastman, and Man at Arms especially, are particularly really hard to get. Clanship was released like in one more time 2022 because like, there's like some of them still around like on various online stores, etc. He's still somewhat affordable on the aftermarket, ranges to $15 to like $50-ish. You want to go for like, because $15 you're going for like a box, not necessarily mint but used. Well, mint and then inside the box, it's not inside the box more, it's on card. You're gonna pay for like $30-50. It's a lot, but if you want like in package type of guy, it is his option. But yeah, that's all for this review. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully see you next time.